Well, well, well. As I sit here and listen to the news on Fox, talking about the Congress introducing two bills, well, two things that they hope to become legislation, on the sexual misconduct that is going on in the Congress, I find it amazing that New York State recently rejected a bill that would allow sexual abuse survivors who had repressed their memories to be able to bring lawsuits against people who had abused them and maybe they had just began to remember years later past the statute of limitations. Now we have the Congress up on their soapbox thinking they're actually doing something when they're not. You're going to pass a bill for people who are adults to speak out. They're adults. And if you don't have the courage to speak out as an adult when someone abuses you, maybe you need to go back to your childhood and understand why you don't have the courage to speak out. I have a picture of several candles lighting because these represent children. And each time a child is abused, a light goes out. But do I hear the Congress addressing this? They call it sexual misconduct. If it's true what Roy Moore did to the 14-year-old girl, it is not sexual misconduct. It's sexual abuse. Period. So what are they trying to do? Are they trying to, as liberals love to do, are they trying to change the definition of sexual abuse towards a minor? So why do you bring up the sexual abuse of a minor, but now we're over to the adults? This is one crazy, messed up country when it comes to childhood sexual abuse. People don't even know that 80% of abuse occurs in the home. These highlights of the stories that are out now don't even touch the victims of childhood sexual abuse. It's disgusting. Let me tell you something. If you are an adult and you get abused, put on your big girl panties, put on your big boy panties, and go tell someone as an adult. Go tell the police, have them arrested, go to court. But this stuff now of people coming out as adults a year later and being victims, grow up. Because you're not doing anything but harming the children who are being sexually abused today. And it's just disgusting me right now. I am a sexual abuse survivor. I did tell someone. I told many people. One person who was a lawyer. Nothing was ever done. DSS never did anything. The lawyer never did anything. Neighbors didn't do anything. Nobody did anything for quite some time. But I was able to open my mouth at 12 and tell someone. So I'm not understanding how all these grown adults with college educations making excellent money, they're shutting their mouths because they want to make the money. And then when it's good for them, they say something about it. Well, how does that help the children who are sitting in your classroom, who are sitting in your churches, who are walking the streets daily, being sexually abused? How dare you do this stuff to close their mouths? I hope that the true sexual abuse survivors begin to rise up, light their candle, and start pushing back against this. Because this is just ridiculous. I don't know if Roy Moore did it or if Roy Moore didn't do it. What I do know is there was a 14-year-old girl involved. It is not sexual misconduct. It is sexual abuse. And when the producers and the stars came out and started talking about it, being abused, they were abused by adults. Now, if adults can't get it together enough that when things are happening to them to go tell somebody, how do you expect a child to do it? We need children in this country who are being sexually abused on a daily basis, on a minute by minute basis. The United States is number 5 of the most allegations of childhood sexual abuse. And let me tell you something, childhood sexual abuse is not adult rape. Child sexual abuse is not adult sexual misconduct. Child sexual abuse doesn't even fit in any of these categories. So, America, you want to rah, rah, rah because you think you're actually doing something? Congress wants to stand up there and rah, rah, rah because they think they're actually doing something? No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not even touching the kids who are being sexually abused. What you do is send them to the psychiatrist, and then the psychiatrist messes it all up most of the time, creates more issues, creates more trauma, creates more pain for the victim, which is why a lot of victims don't go to counseling. I just don't know what to say about this. I'm listening to this on the news. The money that we spend as taxpayers that was used to cover all of this up doesn't even begin to touch the root of the problem in this country. The root of the problem in this country is childhood sexual abuse. It is not adults who stay silent because they want the paycheck. That's not what it is. The root in this country is childhood sexual abuse. And I really wish that someone would start paying attention.